I always rank my movies by how many times during a movie I think Tom Cruise is going to die. So by those standards, this is the greatest movie ever made. Congratulations.
You and me both. By the way, there's something about you that's giving off a little bit of a Clark Kent vibe right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I think it's because I shaved my mustache.
Makes sense.
That's why.
Very important.
The way it moves.
How many are there of you?
How many are of
Yeah,
not beaches?
brothers. You said my youngest brother.
There are 5 of us total, and I am the second youngest.
All boys?
Yes.
Do you resemble each other?
We do. Yeah. Yeah.
Who is most likely to give the best look for dramatic effect to camera?
Oh, Rebecca Ferguson.
Of course. Ooh, love it.
Tom, 100%.
I feel like you can have a good smolder though.
Maybe, but Tom can do camera moves with his looks. He'll do a certain move, and it'll look like the camera moved. It's amazing.
That is a good talent to have.
It's magic.
Let's look back at the franchise, some of the iconic stunts that Tom has done. You give me on a scale of 1 to 10 how terrifying it is, and if you'd want to give a stab at it yourself, okay?
10.
What kind of dog is Cal?
Cal is an American Akita. There he is.
That's cute.
He honestly is my best friend, and I don't know if I could do it without him.
Who gets more attention?
He does.
He does?
Really?
He does, yes, and it's designed that way.
How so?
Oh, so you got a dog that people would look at and then maybe they don't
Absolutely.
notice.
Yeah, half the time. It works. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes...
It's such a curse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who is most likely to have the Mission Impossible theme tune set as their morning alarm?
Me?
Do you actually have it set as your alarm?
No, but actually my text message alert is the Star Trek communicator, so I'm not averse to
Nice.
having film-related phone.
That when you take on a role, you deep dive, you just embrace it.
Always.
I
Words.
sometimes sing the theme song when I walk into rooms.
I like that. Like, Rebecca is
It's a
here.
good
Dun,
pace.
dun, 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 dun.
But then you sort of have to do the skip. Doo-doo.
So in the first movie, he was on a moving train facing 140-mile-per-hour winds. How terrifying, interesting, horrifying, what?
That's kind of horrifying.
Yeah, first of all, coming up with that was tricky, you know? So we started out with jet engines with fuel. I was like, this is not a very good idea. No. That's not gonna work. That was about a good 7, 6.
Room to improve.
Six,
Okay.
maybe 5.
Terrifying from 1 to 10. 6, 7.
Yeah, 3.
It's like sticking your head out of the car window.
Do they love the fact and brag about the fact that you are Superman as well?
Absolutely, yes. And a good story, my nephew Thomas, he went to school one day and it was, talk about your family day, and he was telling all the school kids that his uncle was Superman. And of course, the teacher then said, Thomas, look, we don't lie in school.
Who is most likely to forget their lines?
Alec Baldwin.
Really? Does he improvise, put some jokes in there?
Because the thing is, Alec always gets given these giant speeches, and he'll start one, and then if he fluffs it a little bit and he wants to reset it, because he's a perfectionist and you can see it by his performance, he'll reset, but he does it so fast that you've got to really keep up with him, and you have to reset. Well, he resets.
Free climbing at 2,000 feet for Mission Impossible.
No, that's no. That's 10 and that's a no.
Jumping from one part of the cliff to the other, smashing your head, game over.
No part of me says, Henry, climb this rock face.
9.9.
At 8. That was a good solid 7.5.
Oh my God.
That was awesome.
We don't do that. Sort of, I appreciate good storytelling, yes, but it's not a good habit to get into. And Thomas stood by his guns, went, no, but my uncle is Superman, and I swear he is, I promise. And so she got upset with him, he got in trouble, and then my sister-in-law was pulled aside when she was picking him up from school, and the teacher said, look, we don't encourage our children to tell lies in school.
Who is most likely to have a secret skill that would help them in a Mission Impossible situation?
That's Tom. Although his skills aren't secret, everyone knows what
I feel
he
like
can do.
everyone knows that he's basically a superhero in real life.
Then I reckon Simon Pegg.
What secret skills do you think he has?
I don't know, but I reckon he's got a few things up his sleeve.
I feel like he's got something going on there.
Yeah,
he
he's
hides it with the
sneaky.
comedy,
Yeah.
but he's secretly like a spy.
He's actually an arch villain.
What about scaling the world's tallest building?
I don't want to do that. It's
Okay.
too high.
No, again, heights.
I would love to do that. I'm gonna go with a 5.
10 point millions.
When he arcs across the building like that, he can't see where he's going, head smashed dead.
I've never been in a building that's felt like I'm in a plane. You look out the window and go, I should be...
This doesn't feel
I
right.
should have wings right now.
That was definitely an 8. Probably maybe, that was up there. The first times I did that, I started gaining speed and I couldn't rotate around. Couldn't catch with my feet. I was worried that I was gonna go right in head first and that was gonna be a stunt. So that was up there.
And I recommend that you would do the same. And of course, then she said, about what exactly? Knowing that Thomas he does tell tall tales. she was all in. She's like, oh no, not again.
Right.
And then she went, oh, she was saying that his uncle is Superman. She went, oh, I hate to tell you this. It's all true.
Right, yeah.
Oh, Rebecca Ferguson, absolutely.
What skills does she have?
She's a canny Scandinavian. She can have a baby and then in 6 weeks look good in a premiere dress. She was on set with a baby in her tum for a fair amount of time.
So she was actually pregnant while she was filming?
As we say, Tom broke something and Rebecca made something.
Open the door! Come on, Benji. Benji, open that door!
So Rogue Nation, of course, dangling from that plane.
Yeah, that was, when I was going down the runway, I thought this was probably not such a good idea, you know?
So that's an immediate 10?
I thought it was like, as it went down the runway the first time, I was like, maybe this wasn't so smart.
I think that you just looked at Tom Cruise the way Julian looks at you.
He is a rather delicious snack like that.
He really is amazing.
Who is most likely to get the Mission Impossible theme tune stuck in your head?
Oh, Simon.
Does he sing
Simon,
a lot?
he would do something like that deliberately just to mess with your head.
Just before it takes,
Yeah.
and you just do.
Yeah, he would literally do it deliberately so you had something stuck in your head, which was just going to ruin your day.
Dangling from a plane.
No, 9.8 maybe.
to
That's
get
a
back to our-
9. It's not as bad as the cliff.
I'd say maybe a 4 or 5.
That's some good upper arm strength.
That's like a 9 or 10. Because there were variables in that.
Bird strike. If a pigeon hits him, he's dead. 10.
And that was the first time I'd ever seen him nervous. He wasn't like that on the Burj Khalifa. He was like smiling, a big shit-eating grin on his face. He was like, hey, this is really good fun. On that one, he was like, I got no spit, I got no spit.
It's you and Tom Cruise, mano a mano. No cameras, no stunts. You are just on the street. You, Cruise. Who's gonna win?
Well, what we'd probably do is we'd get a makeup team in, and then we'd cover ourselves in cuts and bruises, have our hair look perfect, just tousled enough, and then stand out and tell a great story about it.
Who is most likely to win in a dance-off to the Mission Impossible theme tune?
Me, without a doubt.
Can you show us some of your moves?
No, I meant Henry.
Sorry, we'll just blame Henry.
Oh, Tom Cruise. By far.
Has he got moves? I feel like he
Oh my
does.
gosh.
Just this.
It's always this.
This move, I love it.
What is the character that he does? When we train together.
The last one in this latest film, he does a dozen crazy things, but one of them is the halo jump. He jumps out of a plane.
I don't want to do that. But I do want to be in 7.
Halo jump, of course, which your character's a part of in this one.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
That is the kind of thing which is on my bucket list.
That's a 4.
Why even put it on the list? That's like 12.
I've done a skydive, you know, so
Oh,
same
you-
thing. We're fine.
Yeah.
It's good to see you here, well, and alive, because there was a rumor that you had passed.
Yes, a friend told me that I was dead. Via text, obviously, no one calls. And I checked online, and sure enough, I found out I was dead, according to Google.
That's got to be a little unnerving.
It definitely made me feel very alive.
All of us.
That is the physical training, isn't it? It's just doing this dance move.
Oh, Simon Pegg.
I feel like Simon's winning all of these. Why Simon?
He's good at this stuff.
He's just a good freestyler.
I'm not saying he would necessarily be good, but he would
Oh.
win.
Done it.
What was challenging is the altitude, how many times we had to shoot, we'd rehearse it all day and then we'd have to shoot at night. And we literally had just a window of about 1 minute to get it.
You know, Tom never approaches these things half-heartedly. He never approaches anything half-heartedly. He doesn't go to the bathroom half-heartedly. You know, he's a Mr. 100%er. With the halo jump, he trained and trained and trained. You would hope that there is a parachute that's going to open and help you land properly. So as long as that's all in place, I'd say a 6 or 7.
He posted a little something. Did you see this video that he posted to say, like, bye-bye to his mustache? Here's a look.
He's really gone.
Or Dom Toretto from the Fast and Furious films.
So I'd snog Rambo. I'd avoid the fast thing. And marry,
Tom, this is true. You travel on all of your sets with a thing, like with a gym that you call the pain cave.
Yeah.
It is. It's called the Pain Cave, and it says only the motivated may enter.
Be honest, how do you think I would fare in the Pain Cave?
You know what? I saw you dance. I think you do pretty well in the Pain Cave. You do pretty well.
Hashtag was shaved but not forgotten.
Yes.
Did you really become attached to it?
It literally became attached to me. Yeah, I did actually. The first day after I'd shaved it, I was looking forward to shaving it, and then it suddenly felt like I'd done something terrible, like I'd lost a friend or something. And then I realized it wasn't a friend at all, and I was happy to see it gone.
I'll marry Rambo because he's a hero. I'll snog Ripley, and I'll avoid.
And who would you do it out of? Rey from Star Wars, Black Widow from Avengers, Scarlett Johansson, or Wonder Woman?
Ooh. I'd marry Scarlett. I'd snog Wonder Woman and avoid the third one.
We have different levels of torture in there, so there's different levels of pain.
What's the worst thing that you do in the Pain Cave? What's the thing where you're like, oh no? Because for me, it's all of it.
Yeah. There's different things.
And Tom eventually, he said to me, look, Henry, I understand what you're saying. I would love for you to do it, but if you do, the chances are that you will kill me and everyone else in the process.
So I had the airplane land right on the runway. I didn't tell her what was happening. I just said, come with me, Mom, you know? And I introduced her, you know, said, this is your tandem, we're gonna go up, I'm gonna jump out of the airplane with you. And we're gonna do a video. Now, we can't tell my sisters or anyone in the family. She was like, all right, honey, let's go do it.
Hey, it's Gigi Hadid. For more videos like this, click here.
Hi, I'm Cara Delevingne. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking this button right here. Boop.
Thanks for watching.